want to welcome you to the second Tyler ISD Student and Staff District-Wide Recognition Program. I'm Dawn Parnell, Executive Director of Communications, and tonight we are honoring the many accomplishments of our students and staff. We are proud to announce over 250 awards that vary from a staff member receiving a PhD to an elementary student receiving the Bear Rank Lane in Cub Scouts. Tyler ISD is pleased to recognize each of you at this time for your hard work and dedication that you have invested in achieving your goals. Now I would like to introduce our staff members that are here on stage, our leadership team. And as I say your name, if you'll please just raise your hand. We have Joe Coburn, Executive Director of Secondary. Shauna Hiddle, Executive Director of Elementary. Sharon Roy, Chief Human Resource Officer. Christy Hansen, Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Marty Crawford, Superintendent. Also, we'd like to recognize our Board of Trustees President, Reverend Orinthia Mason. Some other leadership that is out in the audience helping us facilitate tonight. I want to make sure that we give a special recognition to Kim Tunnell. She's our Chief Leadership Officer. Laura Kano, she's our Deputy Chief of Staffing and Retention. Ken Vaughn, Chief Student Support Service Officer, way in the back. And Johnita Martin, she's Executive Director of Elementary. And at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Crawford to make a few remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Parnell. Ms. Parnell is our Executive Director of Communications. She does a great job along with her staff, with Sandra and Amy, and along with TISD TV of putting this production on. It's a great night. I'm so happy to see certainly our parents and our community here to celebrate student achievement. We're also glad to see other staff members that just chose to come tonight because it's important to them to see their students be recognized. More importantly, tonight's about the students, and we're certainly proud of each and every one of you. Our staff persons that are also going to receive recognition for their accomplishments tonight, we're proud of you as well. Certainly it's a great time of year. It's that time of year where we like to celebrate the successful completion of another school year. We've got about a month left, and certainly tonight is no different than that. I do want to ask Reverend Mason to come up to the podium now. She's such an eloquent speaker. And she has some profound words to say to our students and staff persons tonight that are receiving their recognitions. Reverend Mason.
Our children are our greatest asset. When we think of the diamonds and we think of the rubies, nothing compares to our children. And so to you parents here tonight, thank you so much for sending us your precious diamonds and jewels. And we call them the greatest assets that God has created, the students of Tyler ISD. Thank you, teachers and staff, for all of the great work that you continue to do as we educate, shape, and mold the lives of our students. Let's get on with the fun tonight. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start by recognizing our departments and staff members that have received awards. And our first recognition for the evening goes to Miss Lamisa Harden Jenkins, and she was named Teacher of the Year for Barnes & Noble store in Tyler. Leticia Aurora, she received her master's degree in Human Resources Development. Paul Eiler, he received the National Award for the 2015 PBS Learning Media Digital Innovators Program. Daisy Delgado, she completed her bachelor's degree in sociology. Next, we have a recognition actually in the Tyler ISD TV department, Angela Deutsch. And I've asked Angela to stand here just for a moment because two of her team members are actually responsible for making this evening happen. Jacob Walker's up in the balcony. Hi, Jacob. And Greg McCrae. And so he's over here filming. So congratulations to both of them. The awards received were 2 Best of Category Awards in Video, 6 Gold Star Awards, 4 Silver Star Awards, and 1 Bronze Star Award from the Texas School Public Relations Association Star Awards Ceremony, and these are for Angela. And then for Greg McCrae, he received 2 Best of Category Awards in Video, 6 Golden Star Awards, 4 Silver Star Awards, and 1 Bronze Star Award from the Texas School Public Relations Association Star Awards Ceremony. And then also we have Jacob Walker, who received the Best of Category Awards in Video, 6 Gold Star Awards, 4 Silver Star Awards, and 1 Bronze Star Award from the Texas School Public Relations Association Star Awards Ceremony. Congratulations to all of them. Okay, next I would like to introduce Mr. Walter Perez, and he's the principal at T.J. Austin Elementary School.
Good evening. The first recognition goes to Islari Albaran, receiving 2nd place in the 4th grade writing division of the 2015 East Texas Academic Rodeo. Next, Iraida Banda, receiving honorable mention in the 4th grade art division of the 2015 East Texas Academic Rodeo. Rodrigo Chavez, receiving 2nd place in the art division of the 2015 East Texas Academic Rodeo. And Rodrigo also was 1st place in the academic rodeo for the kindergarten division and 1st grade division. Laura Duran, receiving 3rd place in the agricultural recognition division of the 2015 East Texas Academic Rodeo. Litzy Mojica has also 2 recognitions, receiving 2nd and 3rd place in the 2015 Smith County Bar Foundation Magna Carta Poster Contest, and 2nd place in the Magna Carta also poster contest. Thank you. Carmen? Okay. Next one is Carmen Munoz, 1st place in the Magna Carta Law and Government Poster Contest for her for 5th grade division. Congratulations. You have another one, right? Okay. And 1st place for her age division 2015 is Smith County Bar Foundation. Luis Reynoso, receiving 1st place in the Agricultural Recognition Division for the 2015 East Texas Academic Rodeo. Congratulations. Carmen Vega, 2nd and 3rd place in her age division from the 2015 Smith County Bar Foundation Magna Carta poster contest. And 2nd place also in the Law and Government competition. Congratulations.
Next, we have Bell Elementary Global Communications Academy, and that principal is Dr. Carrie Hampton.
Good evening. Tonight I'm excited to recognize Sarah Jane Walker for presenting a workshop at the Leader in Me Symposium.
Bonner Elementary School Principal Deborah Lonsberry.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here and present these awards to some of my students and staff. To Samuel Aguilera for the honorable mention in the PTA Reflections competition. George Brigman for being awarded participant in the Robotics Dream Grant, recipient of the Robotics Dream Grant. Ariana Davidson for having artwork used for Young Audience card. Jimena De Jesus for honorable mention in the PTA Reflections competition. Stephanie Jones, another one of our recipients of the Robotics Dreams Grant from the TISD Foundation. Mary Carmen Gonzalez, Award of Merit in the PTA Reflections competition. Jocelyn Gonzalez, Award of Merit in the PTA Reflections competition. Maria Leja, Award of Merit in the PTA Reflections competition. Joseph Lopez, receiving first place at the East Texas State Fair. Alexis Monsivais for Award of Merit in the PTA Reflections competition. Sherilyn Monsivais for honorable mention in the PTA Reflections competition. Jose Graciano for receiving the Robotics Dream Grant from the TISD Foundation. Eduardo Oliva for outstanding interpretation in the PTA Reflections competition. Jasmine Oliveras, have 2 awards for Jasmine. First, for having artwork used in the Young Audiences card, and secondly, for the Award of Merit in the PTA Reflections competition. Yeah, come on around, see. Joseph Picarella for receiving the Robotics Dreams Grant from the TISD Foundation. Tongue twister there. Yahaira Real for the honorable mention in the PTA Reflections competition. Liliana Uribe for receiving first place in writing at the East Texas State Fair Academic Rodeo. And Alan Richburg for receiving the Robotics Dreams Grant from the TISD Foundation.
Our next campus is Caldwell Elementary Arts Academy, and our principal there is Tamara Colston.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to recognize our stars and our teacher tonight. We have Hanson Anderson receiving the overall individual high score, first place in mathletics at the East Texas Academic Rodeo Contest. And we have Miss Johnny Patton. She has been selected as the lone finalist for the Lifetime Achievement Award for Young Audiences 2015 Arts and Education Award. And we have Mr. Kanye Scott, receiving third place among elementary and middle school students in the East Texas area for his artwork.
Clarkston Elementary School is our next campus, and Lindsay Zia Pena, she's a media technologist specialist, will make the introduction.
We're recognizing Ms. Pam Lee for completing her master's degree in elementary education, curriculum, and instruction.
Our next campus is Douglas Elementary School, Christy Roach, principal.
Certificate of recognition to Sydney Hudson for completing her master's degree in elementary educational leadership. Certificate of recognition to Francisca Perdomo, completing her master's degree for educational leadership.
Griffin Elementary School, Dr. Raul Benitez.
Hello there.
Certificate of recognition to Lori Bertrand, science teacher in our school, for completing the required training to be a Project WILD facilitator.
Head Start, Stacy Miles, Director.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here today to recognize my staff. I'd first like to recognize Jairo Aparicio for completing his Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. Certificate of recognition for Teresa Moore for completing her Master's in Educational Leadership.
Hogg Middle School, Dr. Eddie Dunn, Principal.
Good evening. It's my privilege to recognize these wonderful young people and a wonderful member of our staff, Caitlin Blakely, awarded All-American at Cheer Camp for her leadership. Okay. We will get those up here in just a second. Isaiah Palacios, recipient of the Rotary Club Young Citizens Award. Miss Alicia Reed, one of the 2 finalists of the Young Audience in Arts and Education Award for Distinguished Service. Yes, please. Thank you. If you'll give us just a second here. My apology. Okay, Alicia, so proud for you. Wonderful. Okay. Maricela Soto, a Young Rotary Club Young Citizens Award. Thank you.
Next, we have Hubbard Middle School Principal Kevin Blaine.
Good evening. We would like to begin by recognizing Miss Lauren Crawley as a winner in the Junior Vase Region 7 Art Competition. Next, we had Kaylee Fagan winning in the Junior Vase Region 7 Art Competition. And lastly, Avian Tagano being the overall regional winner for the Junior Vase Region 7 Art Competition.
John Tyler High School Principal Dr. Kenneth Gay.
It is my privilege and honor that on behalf of our campus to recognize our very wonderful students that we have at John Tyler High School, the home of champions. And as you hear the information that'll be read off, you'll see why they're the champions to us at our community. Our associate principal is going to read off the certificates so I can take part in being able to shake their hands here on the stage and congratulate each and every one of you. Very proud of you.
First, we have Journey Atkins receiving the National Championship Trophy in the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. We have Sandra Akachaw. She's being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders. She also received 3rd place in the Cosmetology Quiz Bowl competition. We have Aldo Alvarado. He's a Region 21 All-Region Jazz Band First Chair Trumpet. Also, he's a Region 21 UIL Solo and Ensemble Trumpet Soloist First Division. And he's our class president. We have Viola Appy receiving the National Championship Trophy in the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. Aurelia Arzul being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders. Kayla Barrera being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders. Deja Battles receiving the National Championship Trophy for the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. Shelby Bradford placing 2nd in crime scene investigation at the Skills USA District Competition. Micaiah Caraway placing 2nd in the Criminal Justice Quiz Bowl at the Skills USA District Competition. We have Cornisha Daniels being awarded the Who's Who and Future Business Leaders of America Award on the state level representing John Tyler. She's also received 2nd place in Public Speaking 2 in the FBLA Annual Area 6 Conference, being awarded the Region 7 Outstanding Student for the John Tyler campus by the Texas Association of Secondary Principals, receiving 1st place at the school level for the Veterans of Foreign War Voice of Democracy essay contest, being recognized by the Texas Association of Secondary Principals as Region 7 Outstanding Student, and she's also a Gates Millennium Scholar. And class valedictorian, Yadira De La Sancha. Yadira received 1st Division Class 1 Solo at Solo Ensemble. Jasmine Durham, 1st Division Class 1 Solo and Ensemble. Brandon Ejiki, 1st Division Class 1 Solo and Ensemble. LaCourtney Fragoso receiving the National Championship Trophy in the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. Andy Gamez receiving 2nd place in the art contest and the Mindset Breaking Experience competition in the 2014-15 academic rodeo. Chris Garcia placing 3rd in building search in the Skills USA District competition. Sharnae Gibbons being accepted in the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders. Alexis Henry placing 2nd in the Skills USA District competition. Alfred Henry, Region 21 UIL Solo Ensemble Baritone Soloist First Division. Maria Hernandez placing 3rd in First Aid CPR Skills USA District competition. Kamitris High receiving 1st place in the Future Business Leaders of America Hospitality Management Area 6 competition. Israel Jaimes, Region 21 All-Region Jazz Band, 1st Chair Alto Sax. Also, the Region 21 UIL Solo Ensemble Tenor Saxophone Soloist, 1st Division. Christian Johnson, Region 21 UIL Solo Ensemble Flute Soloist, 1st Division. Angelina Cobbs receiving the National Championship Trophy in the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. Jakari Lewis signing a national letter of intent to play basketball for LeTourneau University. John Lewis, 1st Division Class 1 Solo Ensemble. Keenan Taylor receiving second place win in spreadsheet applications in the Future Business Leaders of America Area 6 Conference. Ubaldo Martinez placing third in the art contest and the mindset breaking experience competition in the 2014-15 academic rodeo. Tanisha McGee receiving first place in word processing in the Future Business Leaders of America Area 6 competition. Sheldon McGowan qualifying for the National Speech and Debate Association National Debate Tournament, first ever in John Tyler history, and our student body president. Kayla McKenzie being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders, also receiving first place in the UT Tyler Ethics Bowl. Thelmy Maharis placing second in crime scene investigation at the Skills USA District Competition. Brianna Mobley receiving first place at the state in the Joseph S. Rumbaugh Sons of the American Revolution Oration Scholarship Contest, and she's moving on to nationals this summer. Also, Brianna Mobley for receiving the local chapter of the Sons of the American Revolutionary War Joseph Rumbaugh Scholarship Program. Amy Munoz placing first in crime scene investigation in the Skills USA District Competition. Eduardo Ortiz, Region 21 All-Region Jazz Band, first, second chair trumpet, and also the Region 21 Solo Ensemble Trumpet Soloist, first division. Carla Patino being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin Academy for Rising Leaders. Danielle Richard receiving third place in impromptu speaking in the Future Business Leaders of America Area 6 competition. Lanicia Roberts receiving the National Championship Trophy in the Marching Auxiliaries National Championship. Kadarius Ross placing first in crime scene investigation at the Skills USA District Competition. Justin Sessions being selected as a 2014-15 KTBB Scholastic All-Star. Tavacia Smith being honored and recognized at the George Washington Student Awards Tea and being selected as the John Tyler High School Good Citizen. Imaria Brachet Staten receiving first place in crime scene investigation at the Skills USA District Competition. Jayla Weidman, Region 21 UIL Solo Ensemble Clarinet Soloist, First Division. Mariah Williams placing third in Building Search in the Skills USA District Competition. And finally, Maria Zavala advancing to the state level competition in dental terminology in the Health Occupations Students of America. That's it. Oh, this one. Oh.
Jones Elementary MST Academy, Patricia Lewis, Principal. Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure to recognize Ann Bingham for being selected as an Avid National Staff Developer for 2015. She also has received a grant from Reflex Educator Grants. Moore MST Magnet School, Claude Lane, Principal.
Good evening and congratulations to our students and to our staff. Have three outstanding staff members here to recognize for you. The first from Moore MST Magnet School, we have Teresa Easterling. She's completing a Master's of Education in Curriculum Instruction. The next teacher, this is Dan Killian. Now this is a mouthful. Let me see if I can read it off to you. It is the Visual Arts Scholastic Event Blue Ribbon Committee appointment by the State VASE Committee. That's the Visual Arts Scholastic Event. Congratulations, Mr. Killian. Our next teacher has two recognitions. First, it's Kathy Miles, and she is completing her Master's of Education. And Ms. Miles has already received and implementing a grant at Moore, has received a $2,000 grant from Capital One to implement a financial literacy program. Congratulations.
Orr Elementary School, Carrie Weaver, Media Technologist Specialist, is going to make the announcements.
Hi, I'm here representing the teachers and staff at Orr Elementary. We'd like to recognize Ramon Carrasco for being awarded the Rising Star Award for the Young Audiences of Northeast Texas. And we'd like to recognize Melissa Viela for receiving the National Think Through Math Students Love Math Award.
Owens Elementary School, Laurie Greathouse, Principal.
Good evening. On behalf of Owens Elementary, we are so proud to recognize Danielle Booker as Sam Houston University's Teacher Intern of the Year.
Pete Elementary School, Forrest Kaiser, Interim Principal.
Thank you. It's a wonderful pleasure to recognize the students that we have from Pete Elementary tonight. Students like the two I'm going to name have been why it's been such a great pleasure to serve as interim principal as Pete, and why I look so forward to seeing these students again at Three Lakes Middle School as they move up here soon. Shameless plug. First, I'd like to recognize Brooklyn Christopher for receiving first place in the MLK Junior Art Competition. Good job, Brooklyn. I'd also like to recognize Leonardo Reyes, receiving fourth place in the MLK Junior Art Competition.
Ramey Elementary School, Michelle Jarnigan, Principal.
On behalf of the students and staff of the most fantastic Ramey Elementary School, I'd like to recognize, after 18 years of service, Cynthia Walker, who received the Extra Mile from the Sand Flat Baptist Church. I'd also like to recognize Russell Jocelyn. He was selected as Outstanding Father and Mentor from the Ladies of Distinction. That's a mouthful.
Rice Elementary School, Shelley Bosley, Principal.
Good evening. It's a pleasure tonight to recognize two very special teachers. First of all, we have Tanya Morris, who has completed her master's degree in education from Stephen F. Austin University. And next, we have Jennifer Thrasher, and she is one of two finalists in the elementary division of the 2015 Young Audiences Arts and Education Award, and she has just completed her principal certification.
Robert E. Lee High School, Gary Brown, Principal.
We have a couple of staff members to recognize to begin with. REL Culinary Arts Program, Chef Joseph Gazzetta, Taste of Tyler Snap Hot Food Challenge Competition, first place. Oh, golly. Sorry. We have our REL Varsity and JV Orchestra Sight Reading Competition Sweepstakes. Perfect score, Orchestra Director, Miss Julie Simpson. Nicole Bradley, 11th at State Powerlifting Meet. Kiona Burgess, Orchestra Solo Contest, State Qualifier. Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place single part AutoCAD part, first place safety poster. Peyton Drain, UIL 11-6A District Singles Champion and Regional Qualifier. Jessica Espinola, All Region Orchestra. Sadra Espinoza, Texas Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place. Olivia Iwini, Basketball All District. Andrew Ford, TSA Regional Contest, 3, first place in models. Ashley Graham, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, 2 first places. Fritz Hager, PTA Reflections Competition Musical Composition Overall Award of Excellence, State Champion and National Qualifier. Syed Hamza Abbas, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place on-demand video, State Qualifier. Austin Koziol, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place problem solving and state qualifier, TSA Regional Vice President. Berger Lewis, 11-6A Basketball All District and Offensive Player of the Year. Stacy McGoy, 9th place in state powerlifting. Oh, and another one. 11-6A, 5th place, shot put and area qualifier. Damon Moody, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place in problem solving, first place in architecture models and state qualifier. Delasha Rollins, 11-6A, 3rd place triple jump in district, 5th place in area. UL Academic District Meet, first place. Oh, this is Emily Shackelford. Skipping over the name, Emily. UL Academics District Meet, first place in news writing, regional, 3rd place editorial, and state qualifier. Brennan Schuler, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place in architectural model and state qualifier. Joshua Stout, Technology Student Association Regional Contest, first place in engineering design, first place in space structure modeling, first place in robotic systems, first place in electrical power model, and state qualifier. Greg Sturrock, elected as Area 3 Officer at the Health Occupation Student Association State Competition. Garrett Thibodeau, Basketball All-District Honors, first team. Jessica Thompson, All-Region Orchestra. Oh, and another, Jessica Thompson, Solo Contest, Area Qualifier. Jessica Thompson, Technology Student Association, Regional Contest, first place. Multiples. Alex Thorne, All-District Basketball. Sarah Thrasher, Artwork, advanced to the Texas Vase Competition. Caroline Trotter, All-State Choir, Women's Choir. Chris Varner, Technology Student Association, Regional Contest, first place and state qualifier. Cole Wilkins, Regional Tournament, All-District Golf Team. We have a couple of groups to recognize from our winter seasons. First, we have our Lady Raiders soccer team under the direction of Coach Chris Woodard, UIL by-district playoffs. They're all just going to come across here. And we have our Red Raider varsity soccer team under the direction of head coach Marty Germany. They made by-district champions, area qualifiers.
All right, and our last campus for this evening is Woods Elementary School, and I would like to introduce Lane Kerbo, and he earned the Bear Rank Lane in Cub Scouts. Next, we have Mary Michael Dial, and she established a lemonade stand to raise money to donate to a local animal shelter. Then we have Merritt Dial, and she also established a lemonade stand to raise money to donate to a local animal shelter. And I'd like to introduce Dr. Crawford again to make one final presentation and to close us out.
You know, we always encourage our staff to go for as much education as you possibly can. I think it says a lot for an educator to actually reach for a terminal degree, and it's a great model for our students and the rest of our staff to achieve that. I'd like to announce Dr. Joseph Coburn for completing a PhD in Educational Administration from the Texas A&M University.
Unexpected honor. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, staff, thank you tonight for your attendance. Certainly it's a special night for us up here on stage, and for our principals and our teachers that have showed up tonight to see our wonderful kids walk across the stage. We look forward to seeing you next fall at our next awards ceremony. Thank you.